Hello everyone, we've got here a quotient rule question. So it says, or functions rather. So it says the function is defined by f of x equals e to the 3x over 4x squared add k, where k is a positive constant. Show that f dashed of x is equal to 12x squared minus 8x add 3k times by g of x, where g of x is a function to be found, 3 marks. Okay, so we've got a quotient, so we're going to be using our old friend, the quotient rule. So our u is going to be e to the 3x, therefore our u dashed, using the chain rule, is going to be 3e to the 3x. Our v is 4x squared add k, so therefore our v dashed is going to be 8x, like so. Okay, so the fortunate thing is, in the formula booklet we're given a version of the quotient rule, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a little look. There it is, yeah. So there's a version of the quotient rule, okay, which I always just remember it in terms of like u's and v's. So I always remember it as it's going to be u dashed v minus u v dashed over v squared. So that's our derivative, f dashed of x. Okay, so let's sub in. So u dashed is 3e to the 3x. So we have 3e to the 3x. So that's u dashed times by v, so that has got to be times by 4x squared add k, and then we're going to take away u, which is e to the 3x, okay, times by v dashed, which is 8x, times by 8x, all over v squared, which is going to be 4x squared add k all squared. Okay, so that is our u dash v minus uv dashed. Okay, so what are we aiming for? We're aiming for, got to show that this is equal to 12x squared. So I think we should just really multiply out the numerator and take out a factor of e to the x, perhaps. So let's multiply out the numerator. What's that going to give us? That is going to give us 12e to the 3x times by x squared, so 4 times 3 is 12, e to the 3x times by x squared, and that's going to give us plus 3e to the 3x plus e to the 3x times by k minus 8x times by e to the 3x. So I can take out this whole thing, I would say a factor of e to the x. Oh, and it's all over 4x squared add k all squared. So let's take out a factor of e to the 3x. So e to the 3x over 4x squared add k all squared times by 12x squared. Well, that's looking super encouraging. Minus 8x plus 3k. Well, that's perfect. Okay, so that is the result that we were aiming to derive. So that is that's part A done. Now, it says, given that the curve with the equation y equals f of x has at least one stationary point, find the range of possible values of k. So what we're basically saying here is that our f dashed of x has got to be, if it's got at least one stationary point, then we need to be evaluate, and this is our equation that's come for our f dashed of x. So this is our f dashed of x equation that we've got here. So what we need to do is we need to simply evaluate the discriminant of this equation here and set it as being greater than or equal to 0, because there's at least one solution. So we need to work out our b squared minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0 for this quadratic. So that is going to be minus 8 squared minus 4 times a, which is 12, times by c, which is 3k, as being greater than or equal to 0. Okay, which is going to go to 64 minus 144 k is greater than or equal to 0, which is going to rearrange into 64 is greater than or equal to 144k, which means that k is less than or equal to 64 over 144, which simplifies into 4/9. Okay, so if I put that up here, so our answer is that k is less than or equal to 4/9. And that's our range of values. Oh, no, it isn't. That's part of our range of values. Now, let's think about this. So basically, we need k has to be less than that, because that's come from saying that it was greater than or equal to 0. But the range of values of k is that k has to be greater than 0 as well. Okay, so it says work out the range of values of k for there to be at least one stationary point. So we need to also say that k has to be greater than 0. So our full range of values is that k is less than or equal to 4/9, but greater than 0. And you may be wondering where is this k is greater than 0 come from? Well, that's just come from the question, because in the question they tell us that k is a positive constant. So if we're saying that the condition is it must be less than 4/9, then it must be greater than 0 because of the way that k is a positive constant. Okay, so therefore that's where we've got k is greater than 0. Okay, I hope you found that video helpful. If you could remember, as always, to like and subscribe to the channel. That's going to really help me to keep on making videos and help the channel to grow. I hope you found that video helpful, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.